What's going on, people? Listen, I still got to get used to, as a black man, it is not normal for me to get ready to get out of my car and put on a mask before I go into a store. That's just not normal for me. But it's funny because a friend of mine, all that aside, I was wearing my mask. I had to make a run. I was wearing my mask. So you see him out here following the rules. So I suggest you do the same. But I'm going to make this quick. I didn't do a video yesterday. I announced on Facebook that I wasn't feeling it. And I want to thank everybody who shouted me out, who gave me encouragement. That helped a lot. Listen, we all going through a lot of stuff that we're going through. And I don't know about other so-called motivational speakers, but I've always said, and I've actually prided myself on saying, I'm not your typical happy, shiny motivational speaker where every day is a beautiful day. Because you know what? Some days are not. And I enjoy doing the Monday morning MotivAction videos, but I'm just as human as everybody else, contrary to popular belief. And if I don't have it, I can't give it to you. You know, and today's political climate goes to prove a lot of responses that I got privately as well as a couple publicly, where people was just like, man, just say it anyway. No, listen, if I don't have it to give you, I'm not giving it to you. I'm not going to give you something fake. You know, if I got to find the motivation for myself sometimes and lift myself up before I can lift you up. If I can't lift myself up, how am I going to lift you up? It's like when you get on the airplane, what do they tell you? If you're taking care of a child or a senior citizen or somebody, you know, take care of yourself first. Put your mask on first, and then take care of the person with you. So that goes to say something that I've always said: if you are useless. If you can't take care of yourself, how can you take care of anybody else? So if I'm having a down day and it just so happens to be a Monday, I can't take care of you if I can't take care of myself. So I say that to say, you know, I'm feeling better. I'm in a better mood. I'm in a better place. And I want to thank openly, you know, everybody that reached out to me privately, everybody that reached out to the post that I put out last night. But in particular, I want to give some props to a couple of people who really played a pivotal role in the turning of my attitude, excuse me, and as well as why this live is entitled, you know, what you need will come right on time. This morning I got up, wasn't really feeling any different. Always happy to be alive. Something I always say when people ask me how I'm doing, I say, as long as I wake up, the hard part is over. So I'm always happy and blessed to be alive. Everybody that's jumping in, I'll give shout outs towards the end. But everybody that shouted me out, or everybody that reached out to me, I'm happy, I'm appreciative. I said that already. I woke up this morning, but I was still in the mood that I was in. And, you know, did some things around, checked my emails and reached out to people that I had to for business and whatnot. And then I went downstairs and I noticed that the mail had come and it was a box. And I had I had some things on order, but nothing that would fit in this particular box that came. And it was pretty much a random gift from one of my brothers, my brother Bobby Hicks. He'll either pop in if he gets a notification, or he'll see this on the replay. because he's always watching my videos and whatnot. So he sent me a gift. What he sent me is none of your business, but he sent me a gift just totally out of the blue. And it was just very inspiring, the gesture was just, because it wasn't just for me, it was for me, my boys, and my dad. So it was a gift really to the Reed Man clan. I just made that up. And that really boosted my spirits. That really lifted my spirits. And then a few hours later, you know, I'm feeling a little better. I'm watching some TV and I'm watching some, you know, last night when I was in the mood, I was watching comedies. I watched a Cat Williams comedy stand-up. I watched Bill Burr. If you don't know who Bill Burr is, this dude is hilarious. You got to go to Netflix. And any Bill Burr stand-up that he's doing, trust me, you don't want to be drinking anything while Bill Burr is on, because he's hilarious. But so I kind of went to sleep feeling better because I was listening to comedy, watching comedy and whatnot. And I was feeling a little better throughout the day after receiving the gift from my brother Bobby. And then I got a text from my one of my first senseis. I've had several instructors in my lifetime, but this was the one that I spent the most time with, actually worked with, managing a school in Ramsey, New Jersey. She's back in '96, and we still stay in touch. And he reached out to me because I sent him a text congratulating his youngest son on earning his black belt. And even in this madness, you know, life still goes on. And he had posted a video belting his son, not belting his son, but putting the belt on his son. And I, you know, sent him a little text congratulating him. And he reached back to me, and we began to have a conversation, you know, texting. And he informed me that he had actually quoted me while he was doing a live chat earlier today, talking to his team. And he sent me the link to the video, and I watched the video, and he's like, he quoted something that I taught him back in '96. So we're talking, you know, 20 some odd, 24, 25 years ago, whatever it is, you know. And that's a lesson that a student taught a teacher. And if you know anything about the martial arts, you know that the relationship between the teacher and the student is a very special relationship. So for me as his student to have passed something on to him that he's carried with him all of these years and now teaches to his team and his student body, that really meant a lot to me. And that really like turned the key to really like lift my spirits to where I can reach out to you guys. And again, that leads me to the title. What you need will come when it's right on time. My brother didn't call me and say, hey, be on the lookout, I sent you something. You know, normally you send somebody something, you want to let them know to look out for it so they get expected in the mail. This just popped up, you know. And then the conversation, like I hadn't talked to my man in a couple months actually, and I just happened to see the video and I shot him a quick text on the video, and he hit me back, you know, today. You know, he could have hit me back that day, he could have hit me back yesterday, but he hit me today. So it's like I got one piece of goodness, one good shot of positive energy in the form of the gift, and then, you know, him informing me that he used something that I taught him to teach others. That really lifted me up, and that got me to where I am with you. And so again, as we are going through what we are going through, understand that we are just going through it. That's it. We are just going through it. There is an end. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. We are just going through it. And what you have to realize is that people always want the end result. The end result. People always want the end result, right? Think about it. When like these blockbuster movies come out, what are people paying more attention to before the movie comes out? All the behind the scenes information. Whenever like a science fiction movie, Star Wars or Star Trek or something like that comes out, you know, or a Marvel movie, everybody wants to know the behind the scenes stuff. Everybody wants to know the backstory. Everybody wants to know what the ending is going to be. Everybody wants to know what the cutscene is going to be, instead of just sitting through the credits or sitting all the way through the credits to get the first cutscene and then the last cutscene. People go on YouTube and try and find out what the end is going to be. Come on, what book have you ever read where you just jump straight to the end of the book and get the same feeling of fulfillment of actually having read the book? How many of you have actually gone through your entire high school / college career just using Cliff Notes? You can't do it. You have to go through what you have to go through. And something I always say is you got to go through some things to get to some things. I was talking to another young person earlier today, a young man who, well, shoot, he's probably like 30, 31 now, but when he was in high school, he was one of the kids I mentored when he was in high school. And very religious kid, very spiritual kid, good young man, good man, right? And we were talking about what's going on. And, you know, y'all know me, I'm not no holy rolling Bible thumper, but I'm not a total heathen either. And just talking to him got me to thinking, you know, what we're going through is taking out a lot of people. Every day we're hearing about, now, you know, people die every day. And I don't say that to sound crass. I don't say that to sound like, if y'all seen the movie Paid in Full, my man Cameron, we say people get shot every day, B. No, I'm not saying it like that, but people die every day. Thousands of people die every day, right? And it's not on the news that every day, you know, 700 people died, 2,800 people died, 600 people died. You know, we don't get those newscasts or those news reports every single day. But now that we're going through this crisis, every time somebody dies, it's like on some big scoreboard somewhere. But we're going through this. And what I was talking about with my young friend, my young mentee, was that actually what I said to him was, this is going to be longer than 40 days and 40 nights, but people are still getting taken out just the same as those people during those 40 days and those 40 nights. So perhaps, and again, I'm no biblical scholar, I'm no holy rolling Bible thumper, but I'm not a total heathen either. So maybe this is God's way of telling the world, I'm trying to tell you. All right, so y'all don't want to listen? I tried to warm the place up a little bit, tried to shake things up a little bit. Y'all don't want to listen. So maybe if I just do some spring cleaning, if you will, maybe y'all get the message and get on the right track. I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas, you know, and that's, you know, and perhaps, and sadly, some people gonna have to go. I pray that is nobody I know. I pray that is nobody you know. I pray that is nobody I love. I pray that is nobody you love. But, excuse me, we can all, yes, I will sanitize my hands when I get in the house. But we can all say, or most of us can say, we either know someone that is suffering from COVID, or we know someone who is passed from COVID. I have one fraternity brother, one of my groove brothers had it and is gotten over it, thank God. And I have another brother who is going through it in the hospital right now. I have another friend. I love this woman. I won't say her name. I'll respect her privacy, but she helped me achieve a particular milestone in my life. And she came out and said, but I will respect her privacy and not say it, but she did come out on her Facebook page and announce that she has it. And she, you know, she's a prayer warrior, so she's handling it strong. She's not like really sick, but she was just diagnosed as positive. So there are people that we know who are going through this every day. And God's trying to tell us something. God, the universe, Yahweh, Allah, whoever and whatever you deem your higher power to be, somebody's trying to tell us something. So I suggest you individually and collectively, I'm not going to say get right with God. That's not for me to say. But I will say get right with yourselves. Get right. Whatever you think is going wrong with you or could be wrong with you, take an honest look at yourself and get right with yourself. Because if you get right with yourself, you'll get right with the God that is in you. And if you get right with the God that is in you, you will get right with the God that is the higher power you subscribe to. There it is. And I feel good in having the ability to say that. And, when I log off this live, I'll still have to deal with the things I have to deal with, as will you. But I hope this message helps you, and because just like my brother Bobby reached out to me, and my previous sensei had a good conversation with my former sensei. Those were the things that I needed to have in my life at that moment to get me out of the funk that I was in. So I hope that this message helps to get you out of the funk that you may be in. And here's something else, and I'll close with this. Don't deny if you're in a funk right now. Don't deny it. Don't hide from it. I'm not saying, oh, it's mental illness. No, we just going through some things. So just get through it, okay? If we going through some things, just get through it. That's all. Every day, listen, like I said, every day I wake up, the hard part is over. Because waking up, we don't have no control over. Something happens in the middle of the night while you sleep. What you gonna do about it? Some people just don't wake up. So every day above the dirt and below the radar is a good day in my book. So every day that we are blessed to wake up, we are blessed to have an opportunity to make that day better than the day before it. All right. So, just deal with it and acknowledge how you're feeling. I knew how I was feeling. I was in a funk, and I still feel a little bit of it. I feel a little bit better, but I don't feel as bad as I felt or as down as I felt, to the point where I couldn't do what I'm doing right now. So be honest with yourself. To thine own self be true, and face what it is that you're feeling. I'm not saying you got to talk to anybody. If you have somebody you can talk to and that'll make you feel better, then by all means talk to that person. Hey, if you're watching, you can reach out to me. And if you reach out to me with a concern, whatever my concerns are, get put to the side. Because if you call me for help, I'm going to be there to deal with you. I'm going to be there to deal with it with you, to help you, talk you through it. There's a reserve. We all have a reserve. I know if somebody were to call me in need, then my feelings go out the window and I start working towards helping that other person. I don't know how it works, but that's just how I work. That's just how my mind works, right? Once something becomes not about me and I have to go focus on somebody else, then that's what I'll do. But if I'm not focusing on somebody else, guess what? I'm focusing on improving me, because the lessons that I learn to improve myself are the lessons that I pass on to you who watch. So there's that. So again, understand what you need will come right on time. Them stimulus checks, everybody don't, there's a whole lot of talk about when they gonna come. Don't matter when they come, all right? Don't matter if they come tomorrow or 2 weeks from now. When they come, they're gonna be right on time, okay? As long as they come, they're gonna be right on time. And if they don't come, and if it turns out it was a big okie doke, guess what? You can't miss what you never had. There you have it, right? So with that, I'm going to close this out. But I did say I was going to shout out everybody who jumped on. One of my newer instructors, Master Manuel Nieves, congratulations again. He received his 4th degree black belt in Taekwondo and the title Master last month, I think it was. So, but I want to shout him out for that. Congratulations. Shout out to my big sister, Marcia Jeter. This woman been in my life, my whole life. North 14th Street strong. Happy birthday, Marcia. So today is her birthday. I want to shout her out. Xavier, I see you. James Sanders Jr., I see you, son. Goodness. I see Leland. Yo, my brother Leland, I'm proud of you, bro. You had a goal, you had some obstacles along the way, but you got through it and you doing what you're doing, and I'm proud of you, brother. Donald, I see you. What's good? Marsha saying, hey, little brother. Alvin, I see you. What's up? What you hear is what you get. Mary, what up, cuz? Samadhi, I have to send a shout out, public shout out. Oh, wait, but no, that's somebody else I'm thinking about. So no, somebody, you don't get no public shout out other than hello, how you doing? But your name was similar to somebody else who just had a kid, and I know that ain't you. So, but I'm glad you were watching. John Moore, I see you. Jay, what's good, bruh? Kim, I got you. You know I got you. So I'm gonna hit you up as soon as everything fully goes into motion. So let's see, my man. Somebody said, well stated, bitter with the sweet. Journey is much more fulfilling when there's a when there's a process built on fortitude. And my girl Kim said, people don't listen. Correct. Nelson, what's good, cuz? What's good, man? Congratulations on your 25th year. LSU, I see you, cuz. Right? Kim said, what would I suggest? I don't know to what, but you said I answered it already, so cool. Arnold, what's good? I see you. All right. Marsha's thanking me. Charlie Murphy. I'm sure you get sick and tired of that, but I had to do it. So there it is. So I shouted out everybody who I saw on him. Let me see if I can find anybody else. Nope. Can't see anybody else. All right. So that's it. Listen, enjoy the rest of your day. What I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna have a cigar. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna have you sit here and watch me light it up, but I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna enjoy it. I got the phone, so I'm gonna find a movie to watch, right? And I'm gonna watch my movie, enjoy my cigar, and enjoy the rest of my evening. And I want you guys to do the same. Also, I'm going back because now I'm amped up. Now I'm feeling it, damn it. Now I'm feeling it. So I'm gonna do a new episode for my podcast this evening. All right. But if you haven't even heard my podcast yet, now's the time to catch up. All right. Because I got over 60 episodes you could listen to. John, I see you. Right. So you can find my podcast. It's called The Ice Talks. The Ice Talks. ICE is an acronym for Implement Change Every Day. And you can find it or wherever you listen to your podcast. I bet you can find it. You can Google it. But it is on iTunes. It is on Anchor. It is Moses. What's good? It is on Spotify, I believe. iTunes, Anchor, Spotify. Chavez, I see you, brother. iHeartRadio. Duh. Go to iHeartRadio. Go to podcast. Type in The Ice Talks and catch up on the previous episodes, and I will begin posting new episodes beginning today. All right. So Chavez, what's good? You want to know what's good? When you finish watching, when this is over, go back and watch it from the beginning. That's what's gonna be good. You know what? I want to shout out my brother Chavez Gibbs, because he had some conversations going on his Facebook page earlier today, and I got to chat with him a little bit, and that helped me lift my mood as well. So I want to shout my brother Chavez out for that. Listen, y'all know I could go on forever. I'm not going to, because I want to get into my cigar. So, and then get inside and wash my hands. Yes, I know. All right. So you guys take care. Remember, check out my podcast. If you want to, go ahead and check out my website, www.coachhrjr.com. All right. My books are out, so if you want to order one of my books, I have 4 books. Find a way to make a way. You're either part of the problem or you're part of the solution. Success is the journey from the womb to the tomb. Get your mind right. 10 lessons towards success, and find a way to make a way, the difference of a decade. All right. So go ahead and take a look. Take a look and see what's going on. Take a look and see what's going on. All right. Kandaka, your timing sucks, baby girl, because I'm about to be off. But as soon as this is over, go ahead and watch it back from the beginning. All right. You guys take care of yourselves. I love you all. Peace.